through the tournament to claim the last remaining automatic spot on this year's European Mosconi Cup team. Declan Catchy and Joshua Filler were both already in. Mickey Kraus came into the week occupying that one remaining spot. He's still holding it as it stands, even though he went out in the last 64. So the only way he can be denied now is if FSR wins the tournament. Otherwise, Kraus will get the spot, and FSR will be waiting on a wild card. And of course, there's only going to be one wild card, because it was decided at the start of the year, when playing captains were appointed, that if they didn't get in automatically, they'd have to use one of their wild cards on themselves. And that is going to be the case, because neither Jason Shaw nor Skylar Woodward will qualify automatically.
Couldn't get through to the potting angle, and this is not the best shot I've ever seen. He's put it over the other corner. There you go, Carlo. Take the first rack.
So Carlo Biado from the Philippines, 40 years of age. He'll be 41 later this month. 29 in the world rankings, but I was saying to Jeremy earlier, Carl, in the history of false world rankings, that is right up there. There is absolutely no way that there are anything like 28 better players than Carlo Biado.
Don't know if he played the cannon, but it's worked out okay. It's amazing, isn't it? Whenever you see a big match like that previous one between Short and Coping, Yi went down to a final rack thriller. The next match that comes on, it always just feels a bit flat, doesn't it?
Yeah, early on it does, and quite a few of the crowd go out, and the players feel it too, because of course the way it's all set up here, they're doing their practice work not that far from where the table is, so they've soaked up that atmosphere, and then they're going out to start off a new match. So Sanchez Ruiz had his chance, but he handed Biado a bit of a gift, you have to say. Biado 2-0 up.
I'm saying he needs a bit of help here, and he's got it, because the cue ball was on the bottom rail, and look where the three balls ended up.
Wonderful setup here in Hanoi, back at the same venue we came to last year. You'll remember that incredible final night atmosphere. Jason Shaw and Alban Ocean going the distance, and the crowd dividing into rival camps and cheering on the players. Wonderful spirit about it all. I'm just starting to see flashes of that again as we move towards the climax of this year's tournament. For tonight, such a class act, Carlo Biado making a very efficient start. Carlo Biado didn't win any of the first three racks in either of his last two matches, but he's won all of the first three tonight and leads FSR 3-0. One moment, of course he does, and he was on the right side of it earlier today. It's 7-2 down. Big fluke on a pot into a side pocket, and it just turned the whole match on its head. It's the start of a run of 8 in a row. So can Sanchez Ruiz turn the events of the last few moments into the start of something for him. Back to 3-1 down.
Nineball's close.
Oh, it's more than close. It's more than close. Nothing else had gone in. He'd missed the one in the side. First time either player's done that in the match. But the 9 trickled and trickled. And that's the golden break. How long is it since Carlo Biado was at the table looking like he was going 4-0, and now here we are just a few minutes later, there's only one in it.
This is why silly mistakes at 9-ball pool. Some sort of safety on the blue too.
Maybe. Oh, I was just about to say, maybe he's got other plans for the two, but what's going on here?
Yeah, the referee feels like he's fouled. Fran's a bit bewildered about it, so we'll just have a look. Oh, what a spot.
Yeah,
what a referee.
well done.
What a call.
Well done, ref. Dang Tai Tone goes to the top of the class. We had no idea of that at all. We hadn't spotted it in the slightest.
Fran didn't have an idea. The players always know, but he literally just feathered it. What a call that was.
So Carlo Biado got ball in hand. Now he's got a 4-2 lead. For the first time in the match, though, he's missed the one in the side. Nothing else has gone down either, so another chance for the Spaniards. News from the other table is that Harry Vergara has really turned it around against Jeffrey Rodda. He's now leading 8-6 and is just a couple of racks away from an extraordinary semi-final place. And I think, thinking about his Mosconi Cup dreams potentially ebbing away if FSR continues on this run.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably more just watching it because he likes watching pool, but I don't know if he'll be sat there begging a defeat. I don't know. It's a funny one, isn't it? He wants to qualify for his first ever Mosconi, but it's out of his hands, isn't it? So he's just got to sit and wait and see what happens. He knows there's a long way to go as well.
So FSR back to only one behind.
It's a clever shot he's played. Just leave distance.
That's not worked out. As I said, it's by far Biado's best run in one of these big matchroom events this year. It's also a much longer run than he had in Hanoi 12 months ago. Went out in the last 64 then against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz.
That's not bad. Swings it round off two rails. Overdrawn it a little bit there.
Yeah, left himself needlessly needing to play a bit of a recovery shot now. Just not done well in the right tournaments over the last couple of years, at the right times, and he has missed a lot of big tournaments for various reasons over the last season or two. Massively improve on that ranking here in Hanoi this week. He's going about things the right way at the moment. Carlo Biado halfway to victory now. He leads Francisco Sanchez Ruiz by 5 racks to 3. So just to keep you up to date with what's happening on the other table.
Going with I think he was trying to get the cue ball on the top rail.
Here's what's going on the other table. Jeffrey Rodder has turned it around back his way again. He's got a simple 9 to be first to the hill against Harry Vergara. 9-8.
It's amazing how many times a match can swing back and forth. You look for all the money that Vergara was going to get himself on the hill. Needs a bit of luck here. Oh, don't know.
The ball's very close together, so position on the 9 certainly not guaranteed. And this looks pretty good.
I'll tell you what, you were very, very fortunate there. Where that cue ball finished, you were lucky to have a shot.
He's made the most of that fortune, and he's back to only 1 behind now. Biado's lead is cut to 5-4.
I think he's trying to get him behind it. Kick and stick, leave the cue ball. Oh, this has gone all wrong. It's gone seriously wrong.
Yeah, got up out of the shot with an air of dejection. Sanchez Ruiz was 3-0 down, remember, as these 3 balls to finally get back level. So it's been quite a drawn-out rack, really, in comparison to what's gone before, and at times Sanchez Ruiz looked to be struggling with his game in this 10th rack, but he's going to end up winning it. Now he's not at his wonderful flowing best. Now 3 out of the last 4 racks, and so we are level at 5-all.
Oh, that was very nearly good, wasn't it? Trying to get the cue ball on the pink.
So a chance perhaps for Sanchez Ruiz to finally bring to life a rack that has really dragged on. Still only 1 ball down.
Difficult this, striking down on the cue ball. Yeah, and what makes it worse is they've just played a load of safety shots, so your cue arm's not warmed up properly. It's gone wrong. He should still be okay. It's not that difficult.
Yeah, you can see the frustration that he hadn't got quite the cue ball he wanted, but it wasn't the hardest shot in the world. The early part of the match when he was flowing along and leading 3-0, does feel like a long time ago now. At this stage it's all about just getting the win, and he's a step closer to that. Biado back in front at 6-5.
Yeah, he's got the jump cue. If he pots it in the top left, cue ball looks like it's going to run into the purple ball. So I'm wondering if he's going to try and play a jump safe, leave distance.
Played the jump. It wasn't a case of leaving it safe in the end. He's thumped that in.
He's not scratched, surely. Ooh. The oohs and ahs ringing through this massive arena as this match starts to get to the conclusion.
Just developed into one of those contests where everything seems so hard. Both players making life a bit difficult for themselves at times. If Biado can finish this out here, then effectively that means Sanchez Ruiz has to win 5 of the next 7 racks, and doesn't look like the sort of player who at the moment is going to do that. Stress at the moment. Indeed, this one not quite taken care of yet anyway. Should be now though. So from 5-3 down, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz got back on level terms at 5-all. But Biado is too clear again. And now the winning line might just be starting to appear on the horizon. He needs 3 more to make the semis. Indeed, the only traditional break and run there's been in the match was all the way back in rack 3 from Carlo Biado. And we're not going to have one here. Don't tell me he's going to give up ball in hand. Well, he's not. That really would have been calamitous. What's going on there, Carl?
Yeah, queuing off the rail. Incredible, really. Didn't play the 7 ball too good, but I never expected to miss that. Could have been easier for Fran, but at least he's out of his chair, he's at the table. Is he going to play the bank in the bottom left corner where he stood and just leave himself some sort of shot on the 9 ball? I think he's going to. I think he's playing the bank. I mean, super thin it might pop, you know. Very thin. Yeah, try it. Oh, don't scratch. Oh, wow, okay, well, we're going to have to see something special here from Biado, because this is a horrible spot he's in.
Perhaps in his head at least made a little more so by the knowledge this rack should have been long over by now.
Station call.
Wants the cue ball on the rail, wants to make life hard for Fran. Yeah, we're trying to spin it rail first, then Carlo, and pot the 8. Hit it too thick.
Katie looking on. Such loyal supporters of each other. All the signs were bad about that one, and it probably is now going to be 8-5 after all.
Yeah, a lot of body movement.
Sanchez Ruiz looking very downbeat in his chair. He was gifted away back into this rack. Oh, hang on, hang on. Ooh, and the cue ball did just hang on. But this isn't guaranteed, Carl. Tester this to get to 8-5.
What's going on here? I mean, it wasn't really that difficult. This will feel like the most brutal shot, and he's jacked up, he's striking down.
Biggest shot of the match so far. Because how would Carlo Biado have put it out of his mind if he'd lost the rack in the circumstances?
He made a lot of bank shots yesterday, did Ruiz. That helped him win his match. He got close to that one, hit both points, and where the balls are finished, I'm wondering if Carlo can play the combo. It's pretty close, that's what he's got. Yeah, he's got to overcut it quite some way.
Station call.
Our boys would love to see a special moment to round off their night here. And they've got one. Carlo Biado started this match by winning the first 3 racks. He's ended it with a run of 5 in a row, and he has knocked out Francisco Sanchez Ruiz 10-5. He will play Johan Chua tomorrow, so we will definitely have at least one Philippines player in the final. Could be 2 because Jeffrey Roda is in the other semi against Ko Pin Yi. And